Another day, another video covering multiple games. It's back to another video of your cringy boy here, Cringy Toy Creeper. You may see why I don't have the enthusiasm I usually have, but it's really no noteworthy matter. But for this video, I will be covering games that are pretty surreal and weird, but are also oddly enjoyable. Let's begin, shall we? To start off things, I will be playing Smash Hit, an underrated game I believe should be talked about more on the internet. It has been on the App Store since 2014. That is about 10 years now, so that's actually pretty intriguing. The studio behind this game is called Mediocre, which is pretty ironic judging by the title of this video. It has a 4.6 star rating, and it's ranked at number 76 in the action category. The description says, take a surreal
He said it!
journey through an otherworldly dimension. Move in harmony with sound and music and smash everything in your path. This experience requires focus, concentration, and timing to not only travel as far as you can, but also break the beautiful glass objects that stand in your way. Smash your way through a beautiful futuristic dimension, smashing obstacles and targets in your path, and experiencing the best destruction physics on mobile devices.
Oh my god!
Musically is synchronized gameplay. Music and audio effects change to suit each stage. Obstacles move to each new tune. Over 50 different rooms with 11 different graphic styles and realistic glass-breaking mechanics in every stage. Smash Hit is playable at no cost and free from ads. An optimal premium upgrade is available through a one-time in-app purchase that will enable iCloud synchronization across multiple devices. Detailed statistics, alternative game modes, and the ability to continue from checkpoints. I probably shouldn't have said the whole thing, but whatever. Let's just move on to the game. Okay guys, this may be a little unrelated, but I'm currently on a school field trip, but there's a really annoying problem. The sun is in my goddamn face! Opening the game, you're met with a pretty simplistic but overall impressive looking menu screen. In the game, you basically traverse through these areas, or checkpoints as the game calls them, by destroying obstacles in your path with balls. Ooh, smooth balls. There are 6 game modes. There's training, which is basically the game, but easier. There's Zen, which basically is the game, but none of the obstacles hit you. There's Mayhem, which is basically the same game, but with a boss at the end of every checkpoint. And there's Versus and Co-op, where you play against or with another person. Not online, by the way. So basically, the objective, to my knowledge, is that you try to last as long as you can without running out of balls. So basically, the game goes on forever, infinitely, just like those 3-lane runner games. But this game does better at the idea than those games, because those games are all over the App Store. Ugh. And that's basically the full extent of the game. Overall, this game is simple, but effective. I like how unique this game is and how it stands out from others that are on the App Store. Honestly, this game still holds up well even after a whole decade, which means I'll be giving this game a well-deserved 2 out of 2, a premium gaming experience. The second game on this list of marvelous titles is 9Cat Lost in Space. It was developed by Itsum Games, whatever type of company name that is. It has a 4.8 star review, and it's number 173 in the family category. The description says, race through the candy-filled vastness of interstellar space with the internet's most celebrated rainbow-propellered 9 Space Cat in this casual platformer game.
Warning, the 9Cat game and music are seriously addictive. Play with 9Cat only at your own risk.
Hopefully that's not true, because I don't think Nyan Cat should be tied with tobacco. In Lost in Space, you can do all these pure awesomeness. Play with the most celebrated flying cat in human history. Drink milk, eat ice cream, collect coins, buy gorgeous boosts, fly like a superhero. Sorry, super cat. Jump onto platforms made of cake, avoid angry dogs, and discover the infinite space. And that's not all. You can choose from multiple game modes, where you can play with Nyan Cat's evil antagonist, Nyan, which is literally just Nyan Cat but reverse. Learn to fly on different planets with Nyan wings, or visit parallel universes. If you're tired, you can even train and feed your own Nyan Dachi? Whatever the hell that is. I guess it's just a terrible pun on Tamagotchi. Oh, and last but not least, you can enjoy the wonderful Nyan song as many times as you want. I'm really not sure why they say that, because you can literally just listen to it on YouTube, and there's literally a 100-hour version. So why would you get this game if you want to listen to the OST? Are you stupid? All this funky stuff can't be missed. Or wait, did I mention we pay for you to play? Okay, I've been playing this game for a long while, and I know that is a straight up lie. Features for humans, tasty collectibles, crazy power-ups, freaky. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep going. Let's just move on to the game anyways. This is making my head hurt. On the main menu, there are 5 buttons. There's the pink button, which has a bottle of milk on it. It is like a sort of My Talking Tom game, where you take care of your Nyan Cat by feeding it, petting it, or playing with it. But this game came out in 2011, so that means My Talking Tom is a ripoff! There's a light blue button, which has a house on it. It's like a sort of tycoon where you build a city. Pretty interesting. There's another blue button, which has, I don't know how to describe that, where you can draw your Nyan Cat OC and use it in the game. And then there's another blue button, which has a freaking 3D60 no-scope, which just shows the missions you currently have. And then there's the big green button with the Nyan Cat face, which starts the game, but not really. I don't know, I just have no idea how to describe this. There are 5 game modes. There's Classic, which is just a game. There's Universe, which is the same game, but you...
Wait, is that a Northern Playground reference? What?
travel to different dimensions if you get enough fuel, I think. There's Nine Wings, which is a completely different game where you try to escape from, of course, Nyan. Because, oh noes, Nyan Cat got adopted! What? There's Zen, which is the same as Classic, but there's more solid ground and there's no bombs. And finally, there's Nyan, which is basically this game's equivalent of the mirror mode from Mario Kart, with a theme plastered on it. Throughout the game, there are power-ups that you can collect that will do various effects to the game. Some of them are great, and some of them are absolutely agitating and useless. But don't worry, it does vary a lot. Now that's a plentiful amount of content, and that's a good thing, because if you're gonna make a game, then you want people to play it as much as possible, which means you're gonna have to add at least some sort of content in it to make it last as long as possible. And this game does a very great job at that. So indeed, this game is really good, but it does come with a few flaws. First of all, when you die, the game gets soft locked, so you're gonna have to close and reopen the game. And second of all, sometimes when you're on the platform and you want to jump, when you tap the screen to jump, it doesn't register. But these are more of minor inconveniences than anything else, so you don't need to worry about them that much. So this game is great, really great, just not perfect though. So I'll be giving this game a 1.75 out of 2. Not perfect, but gets the job done. And you get a Nyan Cat. Yay! Okay, I know you guys are gonna get excited over this one. And it's Sakura School Simulator. What? No one has ever heard of this game? Oh, come on. None of my fans even know what this game is? Well, that's kind of disappointing, but I shouldn't be too harsh. This game has 20,000 ratings that rounds up to a 4.3 star rating. It's developed by Gorusoft. I have no idea. And strangely, it doesn't have a number in the simulation category. So yeah, that's pretty weird. The description says, this game is a school simulator game, which is made in Japan. The game is played in the small, open, fictional world, Sakura Town. We designed the game situations as if it is in a mixture world. Yeah, it's clear that the developers aren't from America. That is both the situations in the real high school daily life in Japan, and the situations which is shown in Japanese animations, which is also known as animes, that sometimes contain very fantastic elements. The half things you might see in this game will really shown in Japanese high school. In that sense, in this game, you can experience the simulated high school daily life in Japan as a student. I'm not gonna say anything else from the description because it just talks about what you can do in the game and other random crap. So let's go on to the game. There are 3 buttons on the main menu. There's New Game, which lets you create a save file. There's Load Game, which lets you load a save file. And there's Select Costume, which lets you select different clothes for your character, such as a ninja, Alice from Alice in Wonderland for whatever reason, or even a tree. I don't know why, but you could be a tree. Loading up the game, you see that this game is a 3D open world experience. Well, not exactly open world, but you know what I mean. So there aren't really any clear objectives or missions in this game. Well, there technically are, but they're optional, so you can just ignore them. This means that you can basically do whatever you want in the game, like eating, reading books, or even causing genocide. And I'm not sure why more people don't know about this, but there's an infinite money glitch in this game. So if you go to the car repair shop and talk to the guy there, there's a button that says part-time job, which will give you 200 yen if you click on it, along with an ad. 200 yen is basically equated to about $2 in USD. But if you turn off your Wi-Fi and you click on the button, the ad doesn't show up, but you'll still get your money. Repeating this process, you can basically earn an infinite amount of money in this game, which is pretty neat. And I'm surprised that the developers still haven't patched this up. This game is really fun, and really shows how far simulator games can go. And it continues to receive updates even after being 6 years on the App Store since when it released. Which is really great, since this game is absolutely fun. There's lots of areas to explore, there's lots of things that you can do, and there's lots of people that you can talk to, or even kill. But this game does have a pretty annoying problem, and it's that there's lots of bugs in the game. Like really annoying bugs that still haven't been patched, even though the developers still keep adding bug patches to the game. But I don't blame it on the developers. I know that they are working very hard to keep this game running, so I commend them for that. I actually recommend this game for people who aren't that rich and couldn't pay for a high-end PC or console and only have a phone. So even though this game is pretty subpar and really glitchy and just, I don't know, all out there, this game is still really great. Which means I'll be giving this game a 2.5 out of 2. Outstanding anime game. Okay, Sakura School Simulator may be weird and bizarre, but if I told you there's a game much more weird, bizarre, and borderline beyond surreal, then you have Animal School Simulator. I don't blame it on you if you don't know about this game, because this game is actually pretty obscure. I can't find that much content of it on YouTube as much as the other games that are featured in this video. The game was developed by Yuta Hisamichi. I don't know if I said it right. And it has 5,000 ratings that rounds up to a 4.2 star rating. The description says, unusual school simulator is born. An interesting school simulator that allows you to fusion with 26 different animals. You can also run around the school as an animal itself, when combined with a desk, police car, or helicopter. There are more than 100 quests, and it is a rewarding perfect score. Let's experience cute and surreal. I can't do it, but it's real. High school life here. This school is like a zoo. Cannot be denied in this game. I'm not going to read the rest of the description for the same reasons as Sakura School Simulator. So you can just read them if you want to. There's 6 buttons on the main menu. There's shop, which lets you buy skins and clothes for your character, which means I will be the chicken. There's quest, which shows all the quests you currently have. There's mode, which lets you select the mode for the game. They're basically identical in their own right, so they're not really different from each other. There's reward coin, which lets you earn coins by watching ads. Oh, and also, why is this animation so weird? I mean, it's not atrocious, it just feels off. There's remove ads, which gives you the option to pay $1.99 only once to remove the ads, plus 100,000 coins. But you won't be able to earn coins from watching ads. Oh noes! And then there's start, which starts the game. Of course, not before an ad plays. Starting up the game, you see that this game has RTX 3090 Ryzen 9 gaming processor graphics. I'm joking. This game's graphics are so bad, they might even be worse than the PS2. And by the way, this is on the highest graphics setting, so that's really saying something. But I shouldn't be rambling on about that. Let's go on to the actual game itself. So to my knowledge, this game is a roleplay/adventure game. Well, not exactly adventure, but I can't really think of anything else, so I guess that's what I'm gonna have to stick to for now on. There's actually a plentiful amount of things you can do in this game, like talking to people, ride vehicles, or even throw the dead bodies of animals! What the Sigma? Okay, I deeply apologize for doing that bit. That was just so unfunny. There are a few buildings that you can visit, like the school, well, of course, a dojo classroom where there's this guy doing, well, that, and a cafe where the workers are on heroin? I have no idea what's happening. A 7-Eleven-esque store where there's whatever this is, a gas station you can't even go into, or even this stand that's being run by a penguin for the tropical milk tea. And no, the tropical milk tea is not a drink. Instead, it's a fucking machine gun. So yeah, that might be pretty cool, but this game does quite have a few flaws, and said flaws could get pretty annoying. First of all, there's this. This is what the game calls snack time. It says, snack time, you'll take a snack, you're full. First of all, how does that even make sense? And second of all, like, what is this even supposed to tell? Clicking OK will give you an ad. And this is where it gets annoying, because this isn't like a sort of optional or thing that gives you a reward if you watch the ad. No, this message pops up every 5 minutes. It gets agitating really quickly, but turning off your Wi-Fi does resolve the issue. But I'm not really sure why I'm saying that, because I don't think anyone's really playing this game anymore after 5 literal years. Like, holy crap. Another flaw of this game is that the majority of the map is unused, wasted space. The starting area of the map only is this simple street with a few buildings, but the rest of the map is just this. these big areas with roads and tall buildings. Sort of like a downtown area, right? Well, it is. But then you realize that's it. There's nothing else. You can't go into any of the buildings. There's not even a single car on the road. And this area spans out a long way. It's very big. And for no reason. The only purpose I could think for this area of the map is to fly around it and explore it. There really is nothing else to it. Yeah, they do throw in NPCs quite sometimes, but that's it. Just NPCs. There's just nothing else. That's it. That's all you get. I say this was a big missed opportunity by the developers. They could have done so much more. Yes, I know, quite disappointing, but that doesn't mean this game is outright horrible. It's just not as good as the other games on this list, or on the App Store in general. But I shouldn't be too harsh on this game, because this was most likely the developer's first game. So even though this game might be flawed, I still commend them for the effort they poured into the game. Which means I would be giving this game a 1.5 out of 2. Not good, but not bad. And that was my list of games that are surreal, but oddly enjoyable. Now let me tell you this. I actually have very fond memories of each of these games. And this video actually hit me with a ping of nostalgia. I remember playing these games all the time when I was little and loving them. And honestly, I liked making this video because it let me look back on them and see how great they were. So, you viewer, thank you for coming with me onto this trip to memory lane. Like, subscribe, and maybe hit that bell icon or whatever the hell those YouTubers say. And since I have nothing else to say, this is your Cringy Boy here, Cringy Toy Creeper, signing out.
Are you putting another filter on me? You think it's so fucking funny, huh? Funny, funny, funny.